Thanks for inviting me to a meeting where I can learn a lot more about the Senior Learning Network. So when did the aha moment occur to you both when you shouted Eureka when this happened? Light bulb. Tell me about the light bulb.
Well, because we're both educators, and I was a caregiver. My father was in a retirement community, but my sister and I were taking care of him. And here in Kansas City, we have a remarkable museum called the National World War I, who just received the national level designation. And we took Dad to the museum, and my father was an engineer, but Dad loved history, which is probably why I have a degree in history as well. And we thought Dad would love this. So it was his Father's Day present. And he did. He loved it, but he physically didn't have the stamina to stay and to really experience the full impact of the museum. And because I had seen video conferencing happen with some of the older technology and some of the jobs I'd had previously in the IT world in schools, I thought, oh, couldn't we try to do this? And now the technology has caught up with that idea. Mm-hmm. And then Lynn and I joined forces, and we've never looked back. Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great idea, by the way, but the most important thing, what are you finding about the world thinking it's a great idea?
Well, so far, when people find out about us, they really, initially they like thinking that it's going to be like recorded video. But when we show them that this is all done interactively, like we're doing it right now, it's like a light bulb goes off and they get it, and they really get it. And so the response to what we're doing has been overwhelming. People, like I know right now at the beginning of 2015, we have a number of people that are joining us that had to, get all the things in order for them to do it, but they're very much looking forward to being a part of the Senior Learning Network. Mm-hmm. Because it's interactive.
So everything really is up to date in Kansas City, as the famous song went. And what is happening in the world of Senior Learning Network?
To kind of set the groundwork, we do work primarily right now with senior centers, both walk-in, independent living, and assisted living. What they do is they request a program and we set it up for them. We get everything ready. We call the people, we get the dates right, all of that put on the calendar. And so that's what we're currently doing with people.
And starting tomorrow, where is it going?
Okay. Well, we're looking at going out to individuals, which is a whole nother venture, which is very fun. We're exploring a lot of possibilities. You want to tell them about some of the new programming that
we are always looking for new programming, and we have been known to go to people and say, hey, you want to join us and present. And we did that last summer. We were in Fort Collins, Colorado, and New Belgium Brewery. I'd sent them an email and I said, I have such an opportunity for you. And now they are looking at presenting and are actually going to send beer out to some of the centers that are going to watch their program.
So ideally, who are your best customers today?
Well, there's senior centers, but there soon will be people that are just want to learn something in their homes. So our customers go right now from senior centers to walk-in community centers, as Lynn was talking about, and soon to people that just don't want to watch TV and say, hey, it's more important to learn something and talk to people than to sit around and watch television. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it really is about lifelong learning. And
anyone, we do everything from book clubs online to, Smithsonian American Art Institute. So
we're doing two things, as a matter of fact, that are going to support what we're doing as well. One is develop a health and wellness channel so that you can talk to a doctor or talk to somebody that has an opinion on how to maintain a healthy body and lifestyle as you age. And we're also developing a spirituality channel so that people can talk about spirituality. And we're really excited about those two channels, and those will be more dedicated just to topical type things. And so people are going to have a list of what's out there and what's on the network at 3:00 in the afternoon. And if they say, hey, I want to join in, they can certainly do so. So we're trying to make it so that it becomes more of a really kind of an interactive television for seniors.
What does interactivity mean to both of you?
It's the opportunity. So if someone is presenting a concept, that you can just discuss it, that you can have a conversation with them. So the experts that are all over everywhere, you can bring right into your home or facility or whatever, community center, and talk to them.
One of the things that we thought was important, because we're both teachers by training, is that when we were in the classroom, students could always ask us questions about the subject. And we didn't want to lose that interaction, because that interaction, especially as you get older, is so much more important even than it is when you're teaching a group of students that are K-12 type students. So we're really excited about the interactivity, so that you can actually, as you said, have stopped the picture and asked Martin Luther King if you wanted to, what was going on. And we think that is the key to what we're doing, is the interactivity. And now with this technology, it's so easy to use.
You know, some of the best conferences that I've been able to sit in on had people in the centers who were experts themselves. And so the value or the conversations just were so much richer. And it just, I think everybody enjoys that more when everybody has something to offer.
One of the feedback that I received last summer was we had a new member here in the Kansas City area. And as this lady was leaving, she says, well, some of these guys were really upset because this interfered with their bingo game. But this is so much better than bingo. You know, that people really enjoy it, because they know, you know, that they can't necessarily get to that location, to a museum or a Smithsonian or wherever it happens to be. But everybody has bucket lists. And one of the people said, well, it was always on my bucket list to go to this presidential library. And we brought the presidential library to them. So it's real rewarding for Lynn and I as we do this network as well.
But now you can bring anything to anyone, which can be pretty exciting.
Absolutely. You know, and speaking of travel, one of the new programs we're going to bring up is somebody that was a docent at the Nelson Library Art Gallery here in Kansas City, but she took a bunch of other docents to China, and so it was under Rhodes Scholar. So Rhodes Scholar is going to be presenting on the network.
Right, and they go everywhere, so it's very exciting.
So if you knew which senior had an iPad and was at home tomorrow, and you could reach that person with an iPad who just got it as a gift for Christmas, absolutely. I imagine that would be pretty exciting to them.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we want to do when we bring up this other piece of us. It's called Connected for Learning. And the website is in development right now, that we want to be able to take what we're doing, which is so easy to do on a laptop, but it is as easy on a tablet, be it an Android tablet or an Apple, that they can bring this interactive learning right into their home at any time.
And there are people like with my dad right now, we have my sister is the primary caregiver, and the caregivers can't get out. Or they can occasionally because people come in and help, but there are lots of people for whatever reason, and a lot of paralyzed veterans. There are people who just can't get out, and so it's a wonderful opportunity for them.
I would imagine too that caregivers specifically have a lot to learn about the people they're caring for.
Right.
And obviously the people they're caring for would like to learn what it is they are experiencing and might experience. And wouldn't it be nice for both the caregiver and the person they're giving care to kind of watch together and even learn more about one another?
Absolutely. And that would be under this health and wellness channel that we are developing, to put a lot of those type of programs out there for people, so they can learn. And it may not even be a chronic illness. It simply could be, hey, how do you prevent arthritis as you age? You know,
Pain prevention.
pain prevention or whatever.
Stress, depression.
It's pretty exciting to notice that years ago, I remember when all of these new technologies began to appear, there was a lot of talk of the ideal age and stage for all of these new developments in technology. And someone said, seniors will never be interested.
They were wrong.
They were wrong.
You know, what's interesting is now they're starting to be, and I heard the same thing, seniors won't pick up a iPhone. They're not going to do that, or, you know, a cell phone. And now, you know, the studies are showing that seniors really are adopting the technology. And most seniors, ourselves included, are baby boomers, and baby boomers are computer literate, you know.
And we just spoke with a lady yesterday or the day before. She is, I don't know, she's in her 70s. She's young at heart. And she teaches seniors how to use iPads. So she'll walk them through how to use the iPad, everything, how to use Zoom. She teaches them how to Zoom so that they can get on and talk with their families or whomever they like. And so she's a wonderful resource as well.
So what does someone and some group, what do they need to enjoy what you're doing?
You mean as far as physically what they need?
Yes.
They need a laptop. They need a camera, which is very inexpensive. And they need a way to project it. So either a large screen or a projector, a video projector. And most centers have that already. So really, it's just a matter of getting organized and looking and seeing what programs they want.
And I imagine you can put together at the request of any senior living facility how to do what you people are learning from all the senior learning facilities that you're reaching, because they can kind of help all those who are not doing it do it.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. This technology is wonderful.
People watching this, what is it you'd like them to do as the next action step?
They can send us an email or give us a call.
And we do answer.
And we do answer.
Unlike sometimes in the internet, that doesn't always happen, but we do answer.
And the first video conference they have from us is always absolutely, completely free. We have a number that we select from that we think are top-notch, great quality. And we feel that it's important that people understand what it's all about, so they have to try it. They have to see and experience it. And as soon as they do that, it becomes something they really immediately want to do.
So you two golden girls are bringing all of us forward.
We're having a lot of fun doing this, which is important for us as well.
Fun is important, and lifelong learning is even more important.